Good morning, my esteemed viewers. Happy new month. Today is the 1st of August, 2025, and we are still discussing Nigerian politics. Now, any northern politician that is aspiring to become Nigeria's president by 2031 must not join the APC. I repeat, any northern politician, any northerner that wants to become Nigeria's president by 2031 must avoid the APC. When you look at it, top northern politicians are not in the APC, but in the coalition ADC. Top northern politicians. Let's look at them. We have Atiku, we have Erufai, we have Kwankwaso, and many others. You see, northern Nigeria is patiently waiting for 2027 and 2031. They will try their luck. If they miss 2027, they will not miss 2031. I tell you, the way Northerners are uniting against a Tinubu administration is alarming. They have never been starved of power before like this. No Southern president has dealt with the North the way Tinubu is dealing with them like this. That is why you see the desperation in ADC, coalition coming together. So if you're a Northerner, a politician, and you want to become president by 2031, because normally the odds are in favor of the APC rigging machine, the APC administration, and their rigging machine and propaganda. Except something else happens. There's a reform of INEC, police, and the judiciary. Then Tinubu is on his way home to win that election 2027. So North is planning, if we miss 2027, this coalition must take over the reins of authority by 2031. Don't think that Northerners will camp in the APC to take power. The resentment on Tinubu and his boys. You see, two Yoruba people were appointed. North have been crying ever since. See, the hatred, Northern, forget all this hypocrisy going on. I tell you, it was Buhari that did 8 years. Northerners did not say anything. Protest was haram. Under a Tinubu, a Southern president, they started end bad governance protests. Now then carry for head. You see, Northerners know how to do that hypocrisy. Forget those that are supporting Tinubu or working in Tinubu's government. When it reach time, they go align and realign. Remember, when Jonathan lost that election, most Northerners, the next minute when they heard the result, they just they abandoned Jonathan. They didn't care whether Buhari, they should inaugurate Buhari first before they leave Jonathan. They abandoned him, Northern politicians. So it is a Northern thing come 2031. That's why we're asking President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you have an opportunity to restructure Nigeria. See, the complaints Northerners, they have been complaining every day. Look at this one. 900 billion has been approved by the Federal Executive Council for rehabilitation of the aviation infrastructure across the country. Out of the 900 billion, Lagos is taking 712 billion. This is a post from these Northerners that are aggrieved with Tinubu. Kano is taking 46 billion. Port Harcourt is taking 42 billion. Wow. So much for equity. So you mean Murtala Mohammed International Airport of Lagos is taking 712 billion, 26 million. That is what Northern are saying. The North are saying Lagos is taking 85% of these allocations, reviving aviation in Nigeria. Lagos alone, Southwest is taking 85%, while others are taking 50%. Somebody says, wow. When you look at it critically, the Lagos airport, what Lagos airport is bringing, my brother, see, if what we fed to the administration, we know that development in Nigeria are one-sided. Lagos is one of the most viable regions. See, there's no region like Southwest in this contraption called Nigeria. Lagos is one of the most viable regions in Nigeria. When you talk about revenue, IGR, Lagos should have more. That's why you see, Northern Nigeria, they were against that initial tax bill proposed by Tinubu's administration. They were against that initial tax bill. To be fair to the president, Anybody that gives more should be able to get more. If you give less, you get less. That should be a Nigeria, a restructured Nigeria. You know, when we do it like that, people will now come to their senses and think on how they can be creative to start producing more. Because all these ones that everybody is going to Lagos. Lagos is the powerhouse of Nigeria. If Lagos economic collapse, it's going to affect Nigeria in a great number of ways. Your refinery, where it is, most of your industries in Nigeria, most of them, they are in the southwest. Look at that Lekki Free Trade Zone. Most of the companies headquartered in Nigeria, they are in Lagos, most of them. Functioning economy is Lagos State. But you know that Northerners they will look at it from a different angle. See, they abandon us. It is politicians wanting to use you for their own votes. So the reality here is that, I'm not using the emotion, is that if you are a Northern Nigeria politician and you want to become Nigeria's president by 2031, just go and join the ADC. Because it is the opposition. Kwankwaso, that your transfer that you are going to the APC, if you have aspiration, if you don't become Nigeria president, no worry. Another reality is that a Tinubu would want to fix his person there. But you see, Tinubu has to restructure Nigeria. Because they are reading the handwriting on the wall. They are preparing themselves for a do or die thing. They know that even 2027, no sure, but let them try. But you think say not, they are not going to respect this North and South 8 years. Now they are saying Atiku to become president. They know what they are doing. If Atiku fails, and by 2031, a Yoruba person comes under APC, now that time he go no say Northern Nigeria. Now hypocrite now food there. They are preaching on where is the agreement that it is North and South? Where is it? They are telling you that one. Northern Nigeria that we know. So Northern Nigeria, they are preparing aggressively. But this one will do, it is Southern presidency. This coalition, if they are wise, you see, El-Rufai's son, I think it's Bashir El-Rufai, said that Obi is the only ticket that can beat Tinubu. Obi El-Rufai. This is the only ticket that can beat Tinubu. The ADC, that statement from El-Rufai's son has angered a lot of people in the ADC, because some people said, we supported Atiku. We are joining this ADC because of Atiku. And our mindset is that Atiku will be the flag bearer. Yes, our mindset. So they are preaching like competence, capacity. It is not about whether from this region who can do the job. Not is preaching to you now. But when it reaches 2031, they will show you their true color. They will not tell you the message they sent to Jonathan. They will send much more than that. I've never seen not being starved of power like ever before. Tinubu, now you do this one. No. Tinubu, every appointment that Tinubu appoints a Yoruba person, the North is angered. Why? The North only depends. See, the North cannot survive with power. If you take away power from the North will suffocate. And the Northerners are suffocating. Within these 2 years, they cannot even help it. They are drowning. They cannot help it. That's why you see, they are so desperate. They are playing their A game, doing this and that. They are so desperate of holding on to power. That's why I say, if Tinubu, all this that Tinubu is doing, the trouble he has created politically between the Southwest and Northern Nigeria, he must cement it by doing some critical things that will make it difficult for Northern Nigeria to even change it, even though they have control of the house. Like I said before, APC is 3 seats away to get to third of the majority in the higher chamber. What does that mean? Usually, we know how Saraki frustrated a Buhari because the house has a way of checkmating the president. But when the president has control of the house, he can do and undo. Now that Tinubu has that political power, that power within his grasp, that opportunity to control it is not a good one, but however, like I said before, democracy, we cannot change Nigeria with democracy. Never. With the competitors that we have, with the West, with the colonial masters, the imperialists, the world powers, the globalists, we cannot change Africa or Nigeria through democracy. If you look at countries that are challenging the America and the West, they are not countries that are practicing democracy. So with this opportunity that Tinubu has, I know this is not a democratic setting. When you have 2/3 of APC in the house, most of those that most of those that are supporting the APC today, they were bullied. They witch hunted them to join the party. It was not within their will. You see, certain governors and former governors and politicians that are supporting Tinubu today, most of them are not doing it with their clear eye. They are not doing it with their clear eye. They are being witch hunted. They are being pressured. So whatever it is, however Tinubu is achieving that autocracy, he should use it and decisively restructure the country so that Northerners will not come and scatter everything. You see, every AK market day, the Northerners are complaining. Let me read this. Okay. Also, Tinubu has said, like I said, Northerners, they have their own ambitions. Most of them, it has been identified that most of them are working against the administration of Tinubu in the APC. So this is a statement from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. President Tinubu has directed his appointees with political ambitions to start preparing to tender their resignation. If you have any political ambition under a Tinubu administration, start preparing your resignation letter. That is a directly from above. Everybody go checkmate themselves at the end of the day. So it is clear that the battle is set and drawn for. See, there's no other interesting time that I've experienced politically than this one that will happen 2027. I want to see the tactics, the techniques that these politicians will use to outsmart each other. I'm learning from it. I want to become a politician. I'm learning from these politicians. I want to see what they will do differently. Because the game is getting tough and tougher. And a Tinubu I know, no go grieve for anybody. I will repeat it and say, Tinubu, if he wins second term, Northerners go see Chege. This one they are seeing is small thing. One thing I like in Tinubu is that, although he's an evil genius, but if he say he want to do something, the guy is bent on it. He's focused on it. He's going to run it. I tell you, say census they come very soon. They don't implement the tax bill small without your knowing, just like they did the bank charges. After protest, okay, we not do again. Before you know, if you send 10,000, they will come out. The receiver they will debit the receiver. You the sender, they will debit you. So Tinubu knows how he can be able to manipulate his way and carry out what he wants to do. First on his mind is to spend 8 years. Second on his mind is to build an empire for himself in Nigeria. And if it goes south, he restructures the country. Me, I'm interested in that third part. I don't know. He's building an empire for himself, but in southern Nigeria. But not as the fish and shege. I don't trust these people. That's what I'm saying. If anybody from southern Nigeria is going to achieve anything, he must need the support of his fellow southerners. If any politician in today's Nigeria, the battle line drawn between south and north, any politician that wants to achieve anything must have the support of his brothers in the south. Because the way Tinubu is playing his politics, he's creating more enemies, more sycophants, more hypocrites as supporters, as loyalists, except those that were with him over the years. If Tinubu is no more today, that's how you go know how far. You go know say Nigerians, politicians self, they know themselves. That's why they will muzzle you. They will put you in a tight corner to prove yourself. They can even take you to Babalawo or a deity to go and swear. Like somebody reported the other time that some vice chancellors are being recruited for 2027. Any vice chancellor or professor or whoever that may not align with the renewed hope initiative of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu may be removed. Look at what I'm saying now. Look at the meaning. Any vice chancellor that the APC is recruiting that would not align with the renewed hope initiative of winning the next election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu may be removed. So as it stands, that is the reality on board. I'm telling you. So we are praying that Tinubu, in his own little way, some will say this guy is supporting Tinubu, you are being paid. My brother, the reality in Nigeria, you don't know. People have not even come to the reality that Nigeria, see, the powers that are controlling Nigeria, these your politicians are just playing a script. I'm telling you. The way Nigeria is, that's how those people, those Oyibo, that's how they want it. Disconnected, confused, and pretending, divided, gone. This confusion, just like people are in a place you don't understand yourself, but there's an unseen hand using some people. It's just like animals in an animal farm. You are going here and there, but there's somebody using cane to whip people in line. It's a tax master. So your president is like a tax master. We are not ready for that conversation yet. We are here doing Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani no good, Igbo no good. Some people are there looking at you, they are laughing. I see Tinubu making all these appointments, I'm laughing. It will get to a point in time, you will need your southern counterparts. And you will see the psychophancy in Nigeria. They will tell you that when you are appointing your Yoruba brothers, what happened? That's what I'm advocating now. The presidency should unite southern Nigeria by carrying everybody along so that we'll not have any reason to say, okay, because it is early. Yes, Northerners have nothing to say about it. Because when Buhari was president, he appointed Northerners, and mostly his Castina people. Tinubu told everybody when he was campaigning that he was going to step in the shoes of Buhari and continue from the legacy he left. And he's doing it. So Northerners have no issue. But you see, now Northerners are ganging up, serious gang up against Tinubu to make sure that the power is snatch, they won't grab him, kick him away. But Tinubu needs southern Nigeria, united southern Nigeria. Some people believe that they can do it alone. When I see all these people planting this division, hatred, fighting themselves, both Igbo, Yoruba, and whoever, I was just looking at you. There's one thing that is sure. See, these people watching us, if it's possible, may all of us just kill ourselves. May them have access to our lands and our mineral resources. If it's possible, I'm telling you, that's why I see Bill Gates, he go to enter Nigeria. He go to enter on our food production. You see, NAFDAC have banned some products because these products contain some things that is affecting the mental health of Nigerians, affecting the fertility of Nigerians. Why? Oyibo, if they want to destroy you, now small. They will poison you small until you become useless and worthless. Africa is a threat to them. I'm telling you, Africa, as we speak, is a threat to these Oyibo people. That's why I will look at young men, because of one kind of statement or differences. You are so bitter. Look at the Southeast now. Look at this young man that was killed, was kidnapped, selling fish. He brought down the price. And fellow Africans, black people, kidnapped their brother that is doing well and killed him. And it comes from the Southeast. That's why I see most people are avoiding the Southeast. Very wicked set of people. I told you that the Igbos, if you listen to Nnamdi Kanu, he said at a point in time, one of the worst set of people to lead are Igbo. Very intelligent, very smart, hardworking, but the wickedness, no be here. The wickedness, the self-destructive tendencies is high in an average Igbo man. To self-destruct, he can succeed, but that success will lead him to something that will destroy himself. What are the legacies Igbo men have left? Leave M.I. Okpara and Co. These current Igbo men that you see, what are the legacies they have left? You kill your people. So what does the colonialists want? They want us not to rise above any level. So if Southwest thinks that we are building Coastal Road, we are building this one, our economy is good. It takes 6 months meeting for them to destabilize everything. And you will see, some Southerners will support Northern Nigeria because everybody is saying, Tinubu, you are pushing into one side now. Yoruba, you don't care. Just look at. 900 billion. And you see how much that is going to Lagos. you now see that almost all Yoruba politicians are on one side. So it looks like a one-sided administration. So, Nigerians like competitiveness. So the Southeast will be watching, South will be watching. He'll be looking at everybody. So when there's an opportunity to backstab the Southwest, you see these regions will rise up against the Southwest. And only the Southwest cannot. If every other region you are against the Southwest, the middle belt are watching. They are watching all these things happening. Before, they don't even like Tinubu before. Nigerians don't even like Tinubu before in the first place. In our next broadcast, we'll talk about why APC lost Lagos in 2023. Why APC? There are so many factors that made APC lose Lagos State in 2023. One of them is most Yorubas don't like Tinubu. So Tinubu has to look for a way to unite. You know that a railway project, Eastern Rail Line from Aba, Port Harcourt to Maiduguri is going on. But when you look at it compared to how much has been invested in Lagos, you see, people should not be gaslighted. So if there are things you do tangibly, people will know. No, Nigerians are not stupid though. If you are doing things for them, they will know. So first, Tinubu needs to not use blackmail and intimidation and use it to collapse structures to support you in 2027. The people you intimidate tomorrow, they are looking for an opportunity to backstab you. I'm telling you. That's not it doesn't work in societies like this. You'll be surprised that what Tinubu is doing today, Tinubu may face much worse. The legacy his father is leaving. But Southern Nigeria should be safe for Southerners. Let there be alignment and realignment.